So this is finally it, the long and awaited house tour update. So you can see that the exterior is like 95% done. The concrete that kind of covers most of the house is finally all in. Some things that we are missing is just behind me on the garage, we're having like the wood battens that kind of run. It's kind of like a hidden garage that will be built in to that wood sliding. That's hopefully coming in the next couple weeks. The new car that I'm driving, my first electric vehicle, more on that in a second, as we have electric chargers in the garage now finally. And funnily enough, the landscaping, which is kind of now completely done on the front of the house, all before we are moving in, and the little porta potty, obviously, for all of the workers that still needs to be used. So this is the main front of the house, and the big thing that you notice here is glass. So 40% of our entire house is covered by glass. These are 20-foot windows that go pretty much from the floor all the way up. You can still see some of the scaffolding since they were just finishing off the concrete. So if I give you guys a bit of a timeline, we're currently year 3.5 into the build, and that's from the complete start, from the initial planning, all the architectural drawings. 2.5 years of building. We are 1 full year behind schedule. So many delays with material changes, labor shortages, permits. They've all just kind of taken a toll. That is building in Toronto. It is what it is. I've kind of moved past that. So moving back to, I guess, the front of the house and where the garage is, like I said, 2 charging ports. Finally, we have a place to charge the vehicles. Living in a condo downtown with no charging port was just not an option for an EV. Now finally having a place where they can rest, charge up, juice up is so clutch. So it's a 2-car garage with the option for a lift. Say if I want to mount up my GT3 up there, that's possible. It also has a nice little working station. It's large enough to do some handiwork. I actually swapped out the tires of this car, just had a couple people over, lifted it up and swapped them on. I've actually partnered with Hankook on this. So a lot of you don't know about EVs, range is super important, but something that I kind of learned being like into the tech space is how important tires are actually for the overall range of a car. So you can see that I've mounted the Ion Evo AS's, the all-season performance tires. These are made exclusively for SUVs. These are massive. But anyways, the sun's coming back out, and instead of talking about them, let's go for a little drive and I'll show you guys around my neighborhood and potentially my future neighbor. The one thing that I love about this neighborhood is how lush and green everything is. But, as we're kind of cruising along right now, EVs are meant to be, pretty much silent. These tires help along with that. So 29% in road reduction noise. Unlike a combustion car where you might want to be listening to, say, the engine, this one should be silent. You're focused on, I guess, your music, whatever you're listening to. Don't even want to compare this sound to the tires on my GT3. And not that I've had this car for a long time or driven it for a long time, but these tires specialize in giving extra tread life, so just extra longevity, which means you don't have to swap them out as often. And since these tires are all season, I'll use them all year round. In Toronto, we get everything from super sunny, it's actually quite hot for the fall right now, into the winter, which we get lots of snow, and everything kind of in between. The performance of these also holds up really well. You get better grip, but 20% improved driving stability. And if you've ever been on any of our roads right here, they are pretty garbage. And especially when things get wet, when things get snowy, you want that extra performance out of it. This being like a performance EV SUV, I can push it, like I can go quite quick. The last thing that I think maybe is the most important is the increase in range. Not that I've done like any specific testing, you'd have to do that in like a closed circuit. Range is affected by things like how fast you're driving, how heavy your foot is, but I mentioned you can get a couple extra grocery trips or perhaps a couple extra trips to your local celebrity to get that extra range benefit. In the end, you'll take 6.3% range increase any day of the week. Let's head back to the house. So from the car and the garage, let's go inside. You guys are just chilling. Kat's actually gonna get some food. Link's gonna hang out with me. Let's go on a house tour. Okay, so this is what it's like entering the house. Link, hey, is running outside. Link, come on, let's go inside. Let's do a little house tour. Come on, let's go. Come on. So this is kind of like the front little foyer area with, of course, the door, a little built-in cabinet section here, maybe a mirror where you can check like the fit, what you're about to wear before you go outside. And this is the garage where we were at. Obviously, car, EV charging ports, Coming up the entranceway, this is probably my favorite room in the house with the massive, like 20-foot windows. Obviously, it's super sunny right now. This is like the great room, living room area where you can see the fireplace all along this area here. So this is 20 feet of concrete with fireplace. I'm planning to have like no TVs in this section, just somewhere where you can kick back, relax, disconnect. Link will obviously be kind of hanging around here. Link, do you want to come to the shot? Link is like the biggest like sunbather, so I can just kind of picture him on this little couch here, watching the neighborhood, doing a little Paw Patrol. I really love these tall ceilings here, and why are you crying? Do you miss Mom? She's coming home soon, I know. So I'm thinking having some like artwork here. We're gonna have a nice little built-in in this area, and then this back door actually opens up, which is nice, to the side of the house. So an extra little access point where thinking of doing some landscaping. That's obviously part 2 of the reno. That's something for next year. Link definitely wants to go outside. I know. And then in here, we just have a little closet, a little cabinet for some storage. And then from this living room area, you have the option of going through either alleyway to get to, I guess, like the kitchen and the TV room. So if you go this way, this will be a little built-in bar section. If you choose to go down the stairs, which I'll get to in a second, that goes to the basement, or through this way where the entranceway was into the kitchen area. So this entire back area here is kind of like open concept, leads to the kitchen, which is behind the camera, into the TV room area. So you can imagine a big L-shaped couch will be here. This will be like the main TV watching spot. So right here, I actually have a brand new OLED just mounted. This is the 83G4 and honestly feels a bit small for this space. I think I honestly might upgrade this to a 100-inch TV, but currently this is mounted just to get a sense of the size. Obviously we'll have like a built-in TV console or media console here, but this is kind of just to measure what this looks like on the wall. Then coming from the TV room area, once again, all open concept, like I said, everything leads towards the kitchen here in the back. What I actually really love about this space is, once again, we decided to do a lot of windows. We invested into the glass. All of these windows kind of slide open onto the back, and these are actually cascading. So this will open up all the way right to the backyard to create one open space. Planning on having some sort of deck here, but once again, that's probably part 2 of the project. Like I said, this area is the kitchen. Like, this is how delayed we are. We have our dining table, or our kitchen dining table, shipped, delivered already before any of the actual millwork is in. This is my little mobile workstation that I've created for myself. So you can imagine kitchen countertop will be right in the middle on this section, right where I'm walking. All along this wall, we have all the kitchen cabinets, the sink, millwork coming around this package, a little hidden pantry, which you can actually walk into this area where food, all the dried goods will be going. Along this wall, fridge, freezer, more cabinets, and everything will be nice and flush into this little corner here to make, a pretty good kitchen space. That's pretty much the main floor. One little area that I forgot, we have a washroom on the main floor. It is a bit hard to see, and I like to call this the bat cave. We've gone for something different. It is a black hole. I like it. It's like super, super moody. And then you have the option from there going upstairs to the second floor. So like I said, this custom staircase, it serves 2 purposes. Well, first, it's part structural, so helps support the second floor because we have really no walls on the main floor. It's all open concept. And obviously it serves as the actual staircase. So these will eventually be powder coated black to match the windows. Let's go upstairs, Link, come on. So now we've come up to a little half landing. I like to call this level or floor 1.5. So going up this way goes up to the full second floor, all the bedrooms, but into here, biggest room in the house. This is the new studio. This area here is around 800-ish square feet, and you can once again see all the natural light streaming in, so that will definitely be a battle filming a lot of content, but the ceilings here are 12 feet. You can probably hear from the microphone lots of echo here, so I will have to battle with that. Floors here on this level are herringbone. I actually love how they came out. I wish we did herringbone for all of the top floor, but you can imagine this is where I'm planning all my desk setups, maybe having some of my top-down areas like right here. Maybe in this nook here, I'll have like my main desk set up. You can see everything is wired with Cat 6. All of those Ethernet cables are kind of set in. Link, let's not sniff there. But yeah, really excited to set up this area. And the last little nook, This is where that little orange wall, which is currently in my studio, will be. So you can imagine just along this way, you're gonna have these floating shelves here with all the orange tech that I've collected over the years. Maybe a small little working desk here, maybe where my PC will be. And I can almost imagine every morning while I'm working, drinking my cup of coffee, doing the little spy over the neighborhood. I think it'll be a pretty good look. Right, Link? So as we exit the studio, coming up towards the main second level, we just have a couple stairs to go up. What I actually love, this skylight that once again brings in a lot of natural light that will actually filter down to the main floor. Going up the last set of stairs, we're onto the second level. Just a little hallway. The stairs need to get finished. We'll have, a couple more of those black aluminum beams here, and walking into the main, or I guess the primary bedroom, where the real magic happens. And once again, this place looks like a full-on war zone. We have our tub, which is sitting where our bed should be. But these windows here might be some of my favorites in the house. These overlook the back of the ravine, and it's almost like you're sleeping in the forest. And especially as these begin to change, which some of them already are, like I mentioned, these will turn orange, yellow, red, and it'll be really, really cool. And we're right in the leaves, which is nice. And then going on this way towards the main bathroom, which is getting most of the work done right now. This is where you can see the heated floors on the bottom, a nice little touch, and of course these large format concrete tiles that are all going in. Once again, large window. I guess if you're coming out of the shower, you can take a little sneak peek. Thankfully, waist down will be covered. And once again, another favorite room that I've always wanted, where my throne will be. Or maybe Link's throne. The poop closet, wash closet. A lot of business meetings will be done on that throne when that toilet is put in there. And I could even, if I wanted, I have so many TVs, put one on this wall here. And that is the main washroom. Right, Link? Let's go to the final two bedrooms. Again, just going back down this hallway, and this kind of splits off into two different sides. Little mechanical room here, and then you have the option of going to bedroom 2, bedroom 3, and the washroom that splits them. So these secondary bedrooms are meant really for Karl Jr., Karl Jr. 2 guests that come, or potentially a podcast room, which I'm honestly thinking of picking this one. This one you can see has one less window. Maybe the unfavored child, never watch this video please, will go in this bedroom. And like I said, they share this washroom in the middle. Nice little skylight for some natural light, and the same sort of tile will be going in on this side. So that is pretty much upstairs. Let's go downstairs to the last room, which is the basement. So coming down here already, a lot cooler. This was the existing basement that was here. We chose not to actually underpin. We maybe got 2 extra feet, so I thought it was a decent size, wanted to save the money. Once again, just concrete on the bottom here. This is almost like a little playroom storage area. Fitness studio, the world is kind of our oyster in this space down here. Laundry room is going in this way. A second kitchen will be kind of built into this area here. Maybe on this side here, having another entertainment area, like I can already see. One of my many TVs, like another 100-inch TV could go on this area here. Once again, a little couch sectional. Let me know what we should put down here. But the thing that I really like, since this is kind of like a split, on the backyard, the second level is lower. So this actually is a walkout, which leads right to the backyard, to the ravine. And once again, part of another huge part 2 project, trying to figure out the backyard space here. All the scaffolding obviously will go, but you can kind of just see the scale of the house. The original footprint still in the OG brick, and then that extra story added up top. Link is going for a nice little pee in the backyard. And let's get back to the basement. Let's go. Let's go. And then from the basement, going on to this way, we've got a couple different rooms here. So this is the mechanical room. This is where I like to say we're entering the matrix. Look at all these wires. We are literally getting plugged into the matrix every time I come into here. So many wires. This entire house is powered by Savant, which will be our smart home, doing a complete separate video on that. Boiler, water supply, moving out of here into no lighting, so hard to see, but this is almost like our little spa. So we'll have a full shower and a sauna in that room. Little window that will look onto outside. And then we have the final bedroom. That looks onto the front of the house. And then this is really meant for maybe guests, Angry Karl Jr. if he wants or she wants, into their own little small walk-in or ensuite bathroom. Once again, lots of work has to be done, but that is the basement. So that is the current house tour of its entirety. Let me know your thoughts and what you guys think. Obviously, so much work still has to get done. In the grand scheme of things, it's not like we're living out of a suitcase with the in-laws in a hotel in the basement somewhere. We are super cush where we are right now. So yeah, still really grateful for this entire opportunity. Honestly, I just feel bad for so many people, so many brands that I'm partnering with. We're so delayed with all of the timelines, but I promise this will be worth it. Just can't wait to show you guys. Hopefully it's by end of year. Oh, Kat, perfect timing. I was actually just saying, oh, Link has just been crying the entire time, waiting for you. Link, are you happy Mom is back? Oh, look at this, food delivery. Oh, look how happy you are. We'll move in eventually.
End of year.
And is that your, yeah, is that your end of year?
This year.
End of this year. That is optimistic. Lots to do still, but hope you enjoyed an update. Link is still crying. Maybe he needs to go on for a walk. But yeah, really hope you enjoyed this vid. Peace.